Today we are working to build an effective diet for college kids. Let's see who we are working with. Jake is a 20-year-old college student. He struggles with chronic stress, issues with focus in school, and depression. Jake is getting hungry, so he dreams about the greasiest, least nutritious fast food meal possible. Jake walks into the nearest fast food restaurant to order what he is craving. He browses all of the menu items and decides on a hamburger, onion rings, and sugary sauces. He decides to top it off with a couple of beers as well. Jake leaves after his meal feeling lethargic, depressed, stressed, and unfocused. The next day, Jake goes to the first day of his nutrition class. Jake learns that skipping breakfast leads to big crashes in the middle of his day. He knows that it is important to eat but does not know why. He learns that carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy and that carbohydrates in the morning also elevate mood by boosting serotonin production. Now Jake knows why it is so important to include the best kinds of carbohydrates. He learns that it is best to eat starchy veggies, sweet potatoes, peas. He learns that choosing a complex carbohydrate has the best nutritional gain for minimizing any negative impacts on blood sugar. A healthy choice would be whole grain breads. Jake also learns about the importance of balancing fat consumption, namely protecting against atherosclerosis. He is warned about how having too much saturated fat raises his HDL cholesterol, which is bad for his health. She notes that in many scenarios, you can opt for a monounsaturated fat to keep a dish a little healthier, such as switching butter with olive oil. His teacher explains that not all fat is bad, it just needs to be consumed in moderation and in a healthy way. However, he is warned against eating foods with trans fat and limit cholesterol consumption to the daily recommendations. He learns about foods that can support a healthy balance of fat consumption, such as how the fiber in fruits and vegetables can increase the conversion of cholesterol to bile. He learns that it's better for heart health to use oils high in monounsaturated fats such as olive oil over seed and vegetable oils. His teacher explains that processed snacks often include cheap and unhealthy oils to cut production costs, so choosing less processed snacks can reduce the amount of these oils he eats. He learns that poultry and fish are animal fats with healthier fat compositions, and now knows to choose leaner cuts of meats to support balanced fat consumption. He discovers that fish is a good source of omega-3 for lower inflammation and boosted antioxidants. The professor goes on to explain the importance of protein in the diet. He learns that there are so many different bodily functions that rely on sufficient protein supply. These include structural support from fibrous and contractile proteins, hormone and peptide production, which affect signals within the cell and are secreted by glands for regulation of body functions, immune system function, through the amount of immunoglobulins, the transport of molecules within the blood and on the cell membrane, enzyme availability, which makes sure our body's reactions are happening quickly, acid/base regulation within the body, fluid balance, through albumins, which are able to bind water for a healthy osmotic pressure. Protein also promotes satiety and burns calories. According to studies, protein also promotes growth, which is so important for developing adolescence. The teacher explains that because of this, we should strive to include protein-rich foods like chicken breast, eggs, milk, nuts and tofu into our meals. But be careful, because animal food sources of protein are more complete and easily digested by the body. She goes on to explain everyone's differing daily protein recommendations. The recommended daily allowance for adults is 0.8 grams protein per kilogram body weight. The amount differs for groups like athletes and children to meet different bodily requirements. So make sure you're eating well-balanced meals. The professor also explains how vitamins and minerals are essential parts of all of your diets. They can affect mental health, immune health, and lifestyle choices. Pyridoxine, folate, and vitamin C are great vitamins to support happy hormones. You can increase your consumption of them by eating broccoli, potatoes, strawberries, and even drinking orange juice. Consumption of vitamins C, B2, D, and E are essential to supporting immune health. Yogurt, eggs, milk, shrimp, nuts, potatoes, and oranges are good, easy to incorporate sources of these vitamins. Alcohol consumption inhibits the absorption of B vitamins, which can be detrimental to many aspects of health. In addition, caffeine contains tannins which increase the loss of B1 or thiamine availability. Jake walks out of nutrition class brainstorming all of the ways he can use his diet to better all aspects of his life. He can't wait to cook dinner with all of this new knowledge he has, thanks to his nutrition professor. Jake arrives home and contemplates what to eat for dinner. After looking at what foods he has, Jake decides to make a nutrient-packed Mexican-inspired bowl. For ingredients, Jake picks out a kale and brown rice base, providing complex carbohydrates, potassium, folate, fiber, and antioxidants. He chooses grilled chicken for a lean protein, cooked in olive oil, which is an unsaturated fat. He adds black beans, which are high in protein, fiber, antioxidants, and more. Avocado is a healthy fat that is high in fiber, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin K. He includes corn in his bowl, which is supplying him with vitamin C, fiber, and folate. The red onion provides vitamin C and many B vitamins. Lastly, he squeezes a lime on top for some extra flavor and vitamin C. His final product looks delicious and nutritious. He has a good balance of all of the food groups, in addition to a variety of vitamins and minerals. Jake finishes his meal feeling energized, well-fed, and happy.